how do I find a client overseas? So I don't know who wants to touch on that, or if there's any type of research that Brookings done. How would our company, if I was a new exporter, find the clients that I want to target?
So there's several different methods to approaching a new client overseas. It depends on what kind of product you have. If you are so if a company is already in the United States, let's say distributing their product through a distributorship model in the United States, then it would stand to reason that they probably need to have an international distribution partner that is located in that market that would help them get their product to market. So there's several products out there. We have a listing of international distributors that we have. We have a database that has access at the World Trade Center to a lot of the different international distributor partners by market within specific industries. That's a new product that we've brought online at the World Trade Center. And then also the U.S. Foreign Commercial Service is obviously a great route to go through on this level. You know, they have something called the Gold Key Service, and that ranges in price where they're able to have vetted trade leads available for a company. It starts off at about $800 and scales up to about $1,800, depending on what the specifics are with that company and what they'd like to do. They want to just have the trade lead contact list, and then they interact with the client and figure out and vet them if that's who they want to partner with in that market, or they actually can go travel there, and then the U.S. Foreign Commercial Service will actually set up those appointments for them in that market. So there's you know, a few different methods there. And then also the state of Missouri has a program called the GMAP, which is a market access program that also they have a network of international offices. The state of Missouri does. They're actually in 12 different markets now, where they can help Missouri business get into those markets. So they have them in China, Brazil, Singapore, Israel, Mexico, Canada, you know, what have you. So those are some of the tools we utilize as we help companies find a new export client.
Some great resources. Ryan, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, we do a lot of the same things. One additional asset that we have that's really nice, we're a nice, close-knit, kind of smaller community here. Our district export council is always willing to step up and help firms, particularly if they've worked in a given country or in a similar industry or those different types of things. So all the things I already mentioned are things we utilize as well with commercial service. Our state economic development agency has offices in other countries, et cetera. So pretty similar.
I think that's critical to say. There are existing relationships. If you're part of a supply chain working with local firms, there are exporting firms that might be multinational or larger with which you already interact if you're doing business to business, which is a great entry point. Other is that don't start looking at the really sexy, complicated markets first. We have a trading relationship with Canada and Mexico. Those are very large markets, and they are easy to deal with. There are other examples of free trade agreement relationships to build upon as well. So the first issue is, where is it relatively straightforward to go? And are there market opportunities that you can target there through either connections of economic development, your economic development support system, your existing customer base? There are lots of different ways to look at it, but I think that the key issue is, don't make it too complicated if you're just starting. Look at the markets where it's easier to relate to and where there are fewer barriers first.